Joining us is one of those disciplined members, former prosecutor and Judge Laurel Lee from the great state of Florida. Welcome, Your Honor. Let's start with Nicolas Maduro. He's going to be in jail awaiting trial or prison for a long time. Who best to lead Venezuela in the short term, in your judgment?
Well, I think what we see President Trump and the administration doing is making sure that we are empowering the people of Venezuela to a future that they deserve and ensuring that we have relationships and open lines of communication with whoever that next leader is going to be. And what was so critically important, not just for the United States, but also the people of Venezuela, is that we successfully apprehended the fugitive from justice, Mr. Maduro, who now, as you point out, is in a cell block in the United States of America. And it is so important to credit the members of our intelligence community for getting the information we needed to execute that operation, the members of our military who assisted. It was really just a stunning success, and the world is a safer place today because of it.
It was flawless. And then the fact that Ratcliffe was able to go to Venezuela without anybody knowing about it and meet with Elsie Rodriguez is pretty flawless, too. All right, speaking of flawless, Chairman Jimmy Jordan did this the right way. He deposed Jack Smith, and now there's going to be a public hearing. How can someone even as good as you are make an effective point in only 5 minutes?
Well, as a former prosecutor, Trey, you explained this beautifully a moment ago. There is a huge difference between having the opportunity to depose a witness, which is much longer, can go on for many hours. You have the opportunity to show documents, to examine a witness about exhibits. And what happens in Congress is each member has 5 minutes. And so even a very well-prepared member has a much shorter time in which to interrogate or question a witness. So well-prepared members will have, first of all, have done their homework, be ready, have a line of questioning in mind, and try to use those 5 minutes to the best of their ability. The reason it's so important that we do those public hearings, because there's no way to go into as much depth and substance as in behind a deposition, is because it allows the public to get some of the critical insight that we get and make those issues transparent, have the people that are there be accountable to the American public. So it will be a very important process for us in the Judiciary Committee on Thursday.
That's why you're a better politician than I ever was, because I would tell the public to go read the deposition. I mean, there's a reason y'all put all that time and effort into the deposition. I would go read it. But here's what you and I both know, Democrats. They're going to camp out on Jack Smith's assertion that he had proof beyond a reasonable doubt of criminality, which dumbed me, Laurel. I thought that was for a jury to decide. But do you think someone will cross-examine him on that, and can it be done effectively in those 5 minutes?
I am sure that someone will, because that's what we really need to focus on here. This is our opportunity to get insight into Jack Smith's theory of the case and a truly unprecedented charging decision by the Department of Justice. Even as they explained their case, there was no direct proof of knowledge or intent, which is really, as you know, unheard of in criminal cases. And so it really was a contortion of the law, of these statutory elements of the offenses that the president was charged with. And it should be something that every American, regardless of their political affiliation, stops and takes notice of, because this is not just important for what the president had to endure. It could affect everyone in our country if prosecutors don't follow the strict elements of the law.
Well, I'll be watching, and I hope some members will consider ceding their time to you or Jimmy Jordan or another effective questioner. But regardless, I know you'll be prepared like you have been tonight. Thank you for joining us.
It's always a pleasure, Trey.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.